Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
We are talking love languages this morning. We want to know, which one do you speak? We have Dr. Rose Hartzell, sex therapist at Alvarado Hospital, is here to explain us how understanding each other's unique love language can strengthen the connection between you and your lover. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is really interesting stuff. So first of all, what exactly is a love language?
Well, the theory is that there's 5 love languages that each person speaks. So, for instance, you might speak acts of service. So the way that you show love for your partner is by taking the dishes out of the dishwasher, or you might be physical touch, so holding hands with your partner.
But it's funny you say that, because that is exactly what I am. You must read it really well. Yeah, totally.
But if your partner speaks a different love language, you're not filling their love tank. And so that could create conflict in the relationship. So being aware of what love language that you speak and what your partner speaks, you can have a more fulfilling relationship.
Absolutely. So what if 2 people just have completely different love languages? Is there hope for them?
Totally.
Okay.
The tip is to know what language that your partner speaks.
Okay.
So to determine what kind of things fill their love tank. So for instance, I know you're with
the
Roberto.
love tank.
Do you happen to know what language he speaks?
Yeah, I actually think he is physical touch. I think, he likes, when he comes home from work, he wants to sit on the couch with me and cuddle and watch TV, and I tend to be acts of service. Like I'll do something like I'll do his laundry and I'll fold his clothes up in his thing, and I think that's like a huge act of love for me. But I don't know if he's appreciative, but I don't know if he looks at it that way. I feel this is like my therapy session. Well, let's talk about this.
So to be more strategic, you can maybe back off some of your acts of service and give him a little more physical touch. So just to make sure that everyone knows the 5 different love languages, I'll go over each of them briefly. So we kind of talked about physical touch, which is holding hands. I'm a sex therapist, so the sex part. There's also acts of service, which we talked about. There's physical affirmation, or
physical words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, sorry. And so this would be telling your partner that you love them, or that they're compliment them on their hair, their eyes, how much you like them. Another one would be
quality time.
Quality time. So these are people that, so for instance, if a man is working a lot, trying to provide gifts, which would be another, receiving gifts is another love language, and wanting to give the person gifts, but what she's thinking is, I just want some quality time, that can create a lot of conflict, because in reality, those gifts don't mean love to her. The time means love.
And I feel like with men and women, it seems like a common thing. Like, men tend to think that giving sort of these tangible gifts is their way of showing love. Obviously I'm generalizing, but in general, and then women are more about quality time. So in that dynamic right there, what would you suggest for that kind of couple?
To communicate to your partner which love language that you prefer. So if you don't care if you get the ring or the bracelets or the earrings or the necklace, and you want more time, communicate that to your partner. Tell them that that's what you want, and then listen to what partner your love language is asking for, and try to give that to them.
Absolutely. So when people speak the exact same love language, does that mean they're like perfect and like they're the best match ever, or can there be conflict there?
It really doesn't matter what love language your partner speaks and versus what you speak. What matters most is that you give your partner the love language that they want.
That they want.
So it doesn't mean, if 2 partners want the same thing, it doesn't mean that they're a better match than others, although people often give the love language that they speak. So I'm wondering if you like a lot of acts of service because that's what you like to give.
I like gifts. Give me things, or I want you to do things for me. But no. So all right, one quick question. What if you? How much is okay to give? Or how much should you give? So you say, all right, Roberto's love language is touch. How much? Do I give it? Give it to him. But how long, or how many acts of service? Like, when is it okay, I've given you your love language, let's focus on mine now?
Right. That's a good question. The more you give to a partner, usually the more you receive back. But ultimately, give what you're most comfortable giving. So if it feels like you're giving too much, then that might be a sign that you can stop a little and
move on.
Give a little to yourself.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Really interesting stuff. And if you want to get in touch with Dr. Rose Hartzell at the San Diego Sexual Medicine at Alvarado Hospital, you can contact her. The number's right there on the screen. And you can also go to our website and click on the Scene On tab for that contact information. All right, Shelly.
Dr.
Language.
Hartzell.
What's yours?
Yeah.
What's your love language?
I don't know what mine is. No, I do. But I do want to tell you, I read a book. I read The Love Language. It changed I've been married almost 6 years, and it changed our marriage when we figured it out. So his love language is, don't talk to me for 45 minutes when he walks in the house. Seriously, because he's just all day. So it needs to be silent. And it took me a long time to understand that, because when he walked in the house, I'm like, and I just wanted to talk. And he's like, shh, shh.
Quiet time.
And now it's miraculous, because after 45 minutes, it has nothing to do with money, Raul. Stop it. Everything works fine. So you're absolutely right. You should try it. Thank you, Dr. Hart. Stop with the money stuff.